Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat and today is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. Today is a Space Angels Factorio 1.1 day. Thank you so much YouTube for telling me that I am in fact live right now. Thank you so very much for telling me that I am live. We have high connection quality today. Let's hope it lasts for 3 hours. So I am streaming in 1080p 60 frames per second at 6,000 kilobits per second. Oh joy, oh bliss. The announcement for the day today is that later today, there will be the first episode of Vanilla 1.1. Yay. Vanilla Factorio version 1.1 is going to begin today. I currently have 4 videos recorded, and I have just remembered / realized this morning, as I was doing my settings for today's stream, that I accidentally recorded episodes 3 and 4 in 720p. Because I set the stream to 720p yesterday, and it's the same software for yesterday's live stream, and I recorded those videos after the live stream, so mistakes were made. 720p 60 is what that's going to end up being. I hope I remember to actually render it in 720p 60 because that'll look very blurry if I render a 720p video in 1080p. But they are recorded in 60 frames per second, so I can actually put them up, render them as 60 frames per second. So we'll at least have that going for it this time around. And there's going to be something special, I guess you could say, about this coming playthrough. The only thing I've made as a prerequisite for this next Factorio playthrough of pre-recorded content is that it's going to be without mods, vanilla, and on version 1.1. And that's all I really said. So you'll get to see what I actually plan on doing later today, this evening, when I post that video. Huzzah! It shall begin. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually have the time to record enough of those videos to have one every day going forward, especially if we are streaming Satisfactory Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the mornings. So yeah, that might not be daily. First episodes today, we shall see. I'll make my decision very soon as to whether or not we're going to have that series be daily or bi-daily or whatever. Maybe it'll just be Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 3 videos a week. That way I can keep up with recording the videos on the limited amount of time that I have outside of the streaming schedule to actually record my content. So, anyway, that is that. What else? Not much is happening. I live a very boring life. Anyway, today is Factorio, and I know you're not here to hear me talking about other games. Ahem. I may or may not have been playing quite a bit of Satisfactory as well as Genshin Impact lately. Yeah, so things. What did we do last time, and what are we going to be doing going into the day today? Last time, we, did something or other. We had gotten into fiberglass and resin out of Liquid Resin 2 recipe, the Liquid Resin 2 recipe. Set up superior boards and multi-layer boards production in this factory here because they share the same inputs, just different amounts of inputs for each, but still same recipes regardless. And then built out the gigantic train station that will be our green electronic logic boards and our blue electronic processing boards. And what will also be the build for the brains for the construction robot brains level 3 and level 4, and the logistic robot brains level 3 and level 4. So 4 different other items are going to be part of this eventually. Once I get those techs, I'm supposedly taking a tech here that's not actually able to be taken. Great. That, of course, I'm going to be confusing the pink and the purple in this, as I tend to always end up doing. See, that's pink. That's purple. Why they felt the need to have pink and purple is beyond my comprehension, because it just confuses. It confuses people. I have a hard time at a glance distinguishing between the pink and the purple in the text screen. They probably should have gone for something a little bit different than pink. Right? Like, I would have hoped that would have been the case. Anyway, I need this pin back so I can actually do stuff here. Well, speaking of doing stuff here, how did I do stuff over here? Okay, so I built close to the tracks and then built upwards. So, yeah. Bus. We're busing the stuff towards the actual track up here this time around. And we need to start off by uncoiling a few things. Uncoil, please. We need to uncoil first some solder, some tinned wire, and some gilded wire. All 3 of those. Yeah, and I only need 1 of these buildings for each of them. I also need 3 buildings converting monosilicon into silicon wafers. And I need to produce a little bit of nitrogen. Just a smidge of nitrogen. We're going to void the oxygen, because we need the nitrogen. And we need to use... we need to make silicon powder out of 2 thingies, making the powder. Under what tab would that be? Comma. There. Silicon powder. And then the actual nitride is in electric chemical furnaces. We're going to have 1 gap between these to make the nitride. We're going to go up. Do I just go down from here? It's like the scale. Build for scale. Assuming we're going to have multiple buildings of this later. Always build for potential for scaling later. This will actually probably be better if I build here this away. 0.25, 0.27, that's close enough. I only need 1.88, so this is fine to build this way. With the direct insertion, I mean, it's not like I need anything else in here, and it just outputs the nitride. Now, when I need the Carbide, that's going to be a little bit more difficult because it does need carbon, and it actually uses slightly more powder, too, than 0.25. So, eh. And then things change as we get better furnaces, electric furnaces. The multi-purpose furnaces are inherently faster than these, and they can do all of the stuff. Chemical and metal mixing combined into one glorious thing. Okay, so that's that stuff sorted. The spacing will change and get adjusted as we go, but theoretically that's all of that stuff. Hello! You've been playing the mod pack too, and you're hoping that when I'm done I would look at it. I mean, I suppose that when you are done, that I would look at it, alright? I make zero guarantees about anything these days happening because, well, busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy, busy. Yeah, so how much do I really need? 1 per second. Like, how much do I really need? 4.5. Can I get 4.5 out of one of these? I think so. Stack size 6. But 15 out of you, probably better if I had a loader here, or do that. Can I just mention how insanely lucky I got just now on my initial spacing shenaniganry? Oh yeah, 1.1. This is a thing. This is a thing now. This is like #1 top best feature of 1.1. The way in which you know that you are playing 1.1 is this little locking functionality. It is supremely amazing and awesome and magnificent and wonderful. That is a lot. Ooh, boy. Wow, that is a lot. 21 is needed here. So the red belts are 45. So that is a lane. But, like, stack size 6, 7.5? I don't know about that. I'm much more comfortable if I put that on like so. You like getting the multiple outputs, so you can get all the resources at the beginning. You're doing, so you're doing the, yeah, so you're sorting the, like, crushed stuff directly. I mean, that's absolutely 100% necessary on initial glass, to get initial glass for greenhouses, because you just can't do the individual ore sorting that early. I prefer the individual ore single outputs. Yes, you can do the multi-outs. It's just significantly harder to maintain the to maintain the proper ratios between things and the consumption. It's harder to maintain rates of consumption when you're doing the multiple stuffs recipes. Let's have a little bit of a gap, sure. Why not? We'll have slight gaps just in case we need to scale things a little bit more later. Okay. Yes, slag to stone is like the only way to get the stone. Because yeah, you can sort like crushed sapphirite and crushed ceratite and get iron and copper. But if you're not constantly consuming the iron and the copper, you're very likely to be fully backed up on one of those two things, and then you can't do anything anymore because you aren't making either of them anymore. Like, once you back up on one, you've stopped your production completely. And it's a little difficult to have constant consumption of both of those things. I mean, science, yes, but science early is limited by the number of techs that you have. Like, what happens if you run out of techs to grab? And what happens if you're disproportionately using, say, iron to make belt by comparison to the amount of copper that you're consuming? Well, it gets really complicated really fast. Is why I don't prefer doing those types of sorting directly of the like crushed substances or the chunks or the crystals. I just don't like doing the sorting of those. It's just too much stuff that you have to make sure that you're constantly using. And I'd rather not have the issue in the first place of having to deal with always using something. My personal preference. That is not the correct building. This is the correct building. You are making the CPUs. I'm gonna sneeze. I got it. That we're good. We're good now. Oh yeah, this needs shifting. 2? Yes, 2. Good. Uh, 4 items. The gold and nitride are together. What did my starter setup look like for this series? I don't remember. This. It looked like this, where I did direct smelting of crushed. I just smelted crushed versions of stuff into plates for a long time. Like, I crushed stereotype into copper and sapphirite into iron, and I crushed bobmonium into tin and rubite into lead. I did a little bit of crushed sorting to get tin and silicon, so I could have silicon for enough glass to make the initial greenhouses, so I could automate the wood production. But once I did that, I shut it down, switched back over to the direct smelting of the bobmonium, the crushed bobmonium, into tin, and didn't look back at it at all this entire time. And then once I got through that phase of the game, I just went straight into mineral catalysts. I rushed mineral catalysts to start doing the individual ore sorting for iron ore and copper ore, and tin ore, and lead ore. It's not harder. It's actually easier. It's less efficient. It's more output required. I should shift this up one. So that is the nitride and the gold. I need the wafers. Wafers up here. It requires building at a little bit of a larger scale to get this amount of stuff that you actually need early on, but once you do make the transition, you've transitioned for the rest of the game. That is that. Also, my allergies are kicking in right now, so if I sound a little nasally going forward, that would be my allergies. Blame allergies. This thing is gonna be these. I need loads of these. This makes, yeah, 7.5. A bit. What? I mean, that does sort of make sense that you would need less basic components for a more advanced item because you're using more of the more advanced items. This should share a belt. Whoops. Going down. Carbon. That will share. Yes, that will share. And then 5. Making transistors. If you are referring by saying space block to space exploration, then no, I will never play space exploration. It has way too many mechanics that destroy your stuff for no reason. That you cannot straight up disable. 3 items in, so we doing this. Because I always have referred to space exploration as space block. If there is an actual mod now called space block, that just makes things extremely confusing. Because space exploration has that mechanic, that exact mechanic of building a thing in space. It has a map for space to build in, as far as I'm aware. And I've always thought of it as, quote-unquote, a space block. Okay, what do I need to have in each of these? I need more wafers. And these things. Okay. Alright, so that's... gonna need to be a thing. This is the termination point for the... Oh no, we still got one more after this. Oh boy. So we have shared items in the tinned wire and the plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make tinned wire plastic here. And then this line is going to be wafers, which is this line. If you're so here's the thing though about that. You're saying you pull items out of a black hole. Would that by definition then make it a white hole rather than a black hole? White hole being the theoretical other end of a black hole that shoots matter out of it rather than sucks matter into it. I think it's been like it's not thought of as being an actual thing anymore, but it was a means of explaining the potential for matter slash energy in that system of a black hole. How it, if it's going in one end and out another, you don't lose any matter or energy in that type of a system, because fundamental laws of the universe, matter cannot be created or destroyed, slash energy cannot be created or destroyed. For the exception of t equals 0. It's like, oh yeah, there's this fundamental law of the universe where you cannot create or destroy matter slash energy, and yet stuff. Hello, Ave. Welcome. Please refrain from spamming caps. So, as says Streamlabs. We are here. We are making circuits on the Space Angels playthrough today. And there was this concept of there being a mod actually called Space Block now that exists, where you start on one tile of land and duplicate items in space, and you get items from a black hole. But I was just saying how not exactly accurate it would be to call it a black hole if you're pulling items out of it, that it would be fundamentally more of a white hole than a black hole, where it's actually producing matter rather than sucking matter in. Just interesting stuff, because I don't think many people exactly have heard of a concept of a white hole before. Theoretical opposite of a black hole. The other end of every black hole. In theory. In, like, not even theory, it's hypothesis level at this point, I think. Don't think anyone really believes that they're real, because they wouldn't fundamentally exist in this universe. Part of that theory was that there's, say, another universe based around the concept of creation rather than ours, which is fundamentally on destruction and increasing entropy. There'd be something more akin to a decreasing entropy that would matter would just be coming out, spewing from these white holes from this type of a universe. But anyway, stuff, things. The literal mirror universe, right? A literal mirror. You mean entropy decreases. Ours is entropy increasing, always. You cannot have anything happen in our universe right now without increasing entropy in some way. But decreasing entropy, that would be an interesting universe. A universe of order. Now then, haha, would there be chaos to increase order in such a universe? Because our universe has order that actually ends up increasing chaos. There are naturally occurring orderly systems that end up producing more disorder because they exist in this form of order. Hello, life existing. Life can only exist because it creates more disorder in the universe than the amount of order that was used to create it, the amount of energy that was used to create the orderly systems that is life. It's not philosophy, it's science! It's real science! Cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, stuff, things. I mean, if science is accurate and there can only be increasing entropy in our universe, then clearly life fundamentally increases entropy. Despite being an orderly system. So that's that one, I'm pretty sure. Next is the 7. That's 8. Making these doohickey right. Ta-da! Huh. If there are infinite alternate universes, then there is an alternate universe without alternate universes. Don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Something seems off about that logic. It's either there are or there aren't alternate universes. According to Marvel, there absolutely are. Okay, let's get all of these put in. What do I need here again? Plastic. That's this shared belt with plastic and tin wire. I need these silicon wafers. So, that is that belt. And that belt. I think I'm done with that. I think everything's accurate now on this. So, whole bunch of things next. We need 12 and then 17. There we go. Ah, my allergies. Allergies are really kicking me today. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, great, great, great job, wonderful. There you go. There you go. I always wish it's winter. I will gladly take warming up from cold than trying to cool down from heat any day. Any day. Always. Always. It's so much easier to warm up from being cold than to cool down from being hot. So much easier. So much better. Nice and cozy feeling. I'd rather feel cozy. Winter is so much better. So much better. I never look forward to the hot summer months. Okay, what is the throughput on these things? What do I need in which lanes? Okay, it looks like I would like to have integrated electronics and transistors on the same belt. And the basic components and solder on the same belt. Yeah. And I want these to be the inside belt on both of these. Because that's going to move 15 items. That's going to move 10. That's going to move 12 and a half. It's a little bit much. But I think with the individual thingies, it'll be okay. Alright. So these two shall combine. They shall join forces together. And then this plus solder. Solder all the way back here. There we go. This needs to be split. I need to remember not to actually terminate anything. Because I have to deal with the same stuff being used in all of the brains later. Because remember, we still have to add another 4 thingies to make the brains at level 3 and level 4 for the construction and logistic bots. Yeah. They use the same ingredients for both of those as these things. In the alternative, I build them here and just continue these lines. I think I'll actually do that. We'll see. I'm not done yet with things. And then the last belt input here is the CPUs. Plus the doohickeys. The doest of hickeys, yes. They are doohickeys. There you go. And then similar thing up here. This is, I think, just the circuit, the boards. Like, this is just boards. My green boards, my blue boards. I need more belt. Aren't you supposed to be blue boards? What? Oh, carbon. What? Carbon. Where was that again? What? Huh? How? Excuse me, but how did that happen? I am slightly confused. I'm a little bit confused how it pasted the green and the red wires and not the power cables. I mean, I know I did a little bit of work here because there was a radar right here, but problem is I have to actually go over there to fix it. Yeah, I just need to do the logistics here. I need to go to the mall anyway, so just take me here, please. I don't carry copper or copper wires on me, so I have to actually pick it up and place it down again. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take the actual blueprint again. I'm going to remove the thing and I'm going to paste the thing down. So I'm going to break that and I'm going to paste over, and there you go. It didn't actually paste the wires. I'm sad. I am supremely sad. Alright then. That... Coke! Yeah, that stuff helps. Or carbon. Carbon, right, yeah. It helps when stuff has power. It's moving again! Yay! Well. So I've mentioned how I do actually like this change with the electric networks. The power lines, they changed how thick the lines are on the map. Makes it so much better to see the things and not have the wires blocking everything on the map. Also, of course, recipe icons. Best feature in the game that no one knew about. Now it's just here as part of the map. Settings, and you can just go and you can click that button. I don't know how many people think that's a new feature. I'm imagining there's a lot of people who think that's a brand new feature when it's been part of the game forever. For a very long time, it's just been hidden in this debug menu. Same with the robot wireframe, wire thingies, boxes. This was just in that debug menu to show where the robots are. Yeah, it's great. It's great that it's in a accessible location now for most people. Alright, they brought me belt. Good. I'm back again to my build. Now, I don't know why we don't get the recipe icons on this map. I would like my recipe icons on the trains map. But oh well. Imagine if I accidentally launch a nuke at the most valuable power I have. What would I do besides load a save? See, I wouldn't build nukes in the first place. Like, why would I be launching nukes? That sounds like a terrible idea. Why would I have existent nukes? Sounds like an awful plan. I see that, and there's totally a mod that has a command that you can issue that launches a set of explosives towards the player. And it's like, no, that's not gonna happen. We are not gonna have that happen. Thanks, but no thanks. Really? All the way down here? Yep, all the way down here. They clear trees real fast, but so do my termite bots. My termite bots clear trees really fast. We're going to share belts. Don't know where I'm going to be sharing exactly, but let's go. They're so pretty. Blue and green. Okay, the coils. Actually, no. I need the other thingy first. There we go. Alright, now I know. This is my shared belt. From all the way down here. With that stuff. Yay. That stuff. Ah, boy. Let's share these. I'm just trying to reduce the total amount of belt that I'm using here. Well, you see, nukes may end up being better as a vanilla item, but how late in the game do those come again? What tech level are nukes again? And when do you need to clear the most trees? Yeah, I thought so. The major problem with nukes to use in the vanilla game to clear trees is that they come extremely late, as in at the very end of the game. For you, you have to go through the entire effort of getting the nuclear material for the nukes, which is a completely optional process in vanilla. And you've already likely cleared out a whole bunch of trees already through other methods and already have a solution for clearing trees in the vanilla setup. By that point, you have flamethrowers if you really are interested in destroying trees in vanilla at grander scale. Stuff things. I need a U and a U. There we go. There's those. I think I disagree a bit on the whole fire takes too long. Have you seen the 1.1 main menu screen? One of the scenes that plays is destruction of a forest by fire. It's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. There's something else I need as an input. Somewhere, I think. My gosh, this is so much belt. Holy moly. Oh yeah, carbon. And plastic. Oh god. This is the monosilicon. My problem with the plastic and the carbon is I already have plans on how to get them merged up with other stuff. Because I need... So that's plastic. And that's carbon. Plastic, carbon. How much do I need? If it's going to be limited by a lane anyway... If it's going to be limited by a lane anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter plastic here to the right. And we will share a belt. I don't have enough belt. I brought 1,000 units of belt with me. And it's still not enough. That's too far. I know it sort of seems like I just had enough, but I don't because I still need to get the stuff onto the loading stations. Like, I need to get the blue ones here, the electronic processing boards down here, and I need to get the uh, electronic logic boards up here, over here. And everything needs power on top of all of that. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to make power poles look nice is like main boss level of difficult. There we go. Everything has power. Not quite. Now everything has power. Okay, let's see. Do I want to do a near inserter there? I guess so. Hey, nitride. Oh yeah, I need... I need the sulfuric acid. Let's go. Enjoy! Oh, I didn't, there you go. Go on. I don't need you here right now. There we go. And that should mean that I will now have circuits! And CPUs. Oh. Yeah, that would help. Huzzah! CPUs. We've done the thing. What if we just cleared everything off and then just turn it on, let the ores flow again, all at the same time? Well, I'll tell you exactly what would happen. Everything would immediately die again. Because if you get rid of everything and then you let the ores start going and start processing, we would get to a point where some stuff is going to get made, and then because absolutely everything that needs all of the raw resources would be operating at the same time, the entire base would die from needing more power. We would immediately run into a positive feedback loop death spiral of power. That's what would happen. Death by consuming too much power all at the same time. Literally, our base only operates right now because I don't actually have all of the factories running at the exact same time. We have massive buffers of stuff. Back to the mall, because this is not done yet. We may have our circuits, both of our circuits, from here right now, but we need to get those circuits onto trains. And for that, I need more belt. Not build a power plant that makes 65 gigawatts. You know, like what I did with Factorio and made my base have like over 80 gigawatts of potential power draw and only use like 10, 15, something like that. What was the final power consumption on Factorio? I don't even remember at this point. But I do know that I had an extra 60 gigawatts after feeding that intergalactic transceiver. For reference, in Factorio, once you actually provide the intergalactic transceiver the amount of power that it needs to activate, it doesn't draw any more after that. So you end up with whatever power source you use to power the thing. You can just add it to your main power grid at that point because it's now not needed to power the thing. And powering the thing is the win state in Factorio anyway, so, Alright, back we go to here. I'm assuming I got my 1,000 units of belt. Once this is finished... Oh, right. Do we want to go into the module BS next, or do we want to actually do, like, cobalt steel and titanium and all of that? I need to add in titanium, processing, and reinforced concrete bricks. So getting into cobalt steel, titanium, and reinforced concrete bricks are going to unlock... Oh yeah, and Invar. Getting into all of this stuff with the cobalt steel is going to unlock the next tier of stuff. The next tier of stuff unlocks with all that. Because we'll already have our circuits for it. The module stuff... And I don't really need to sink plates until the zinc batteries, until I make zinc batteries, which I don't really have the need for at the moment. So yeah, it's like the modules, that's its own entire can of worms because there's a lot of Angel's bioprocessing stuff as part of it. But cobalt steel is going to unlock the express belts and the express inserters, as well as give me the ability to make the logistic science packs. You know, just as soon as I have cobalt steel. Alright. But we shall see. The question is, do we want to have existent amounts of the modules before or after that? Because if we do the modules before that, well, I can actually plan those builds around the concept of having the modules. And the beacons. Of course, Beacon 3 requires utility. Excuse me? I'll be completely honest, I have never made these before. I have never done anything with alien plant life samples. Period. In this. Oh god. Dang it. And it's 100% necessary for progression. We need 50 whole units of alien plant life samples. So I just need to throw these gardens into some seed extractors to get them. I should have gardens like in my storage in the mall. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. It's just I have to wait like the, whatever, 300 seconds. And then I have to get it to my science labs. There we go. Locomotives. Electronic logic, not logic, processing boards. Supply, depot, full cargo, circuit condition. Do your thing. So I just touched this up here because I lost a little bit of signal on my left side of these headphones. There's something going on with my connection, the wire connection here lately. I think I noticed yesterday that if this thing is like in a certain position, I lose some of the audio. Which is not good, considering how expensive these headphones are. Like, Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's like I hear it out of my... What is going on? Why is it only the... Ah, this thing. I just made it worse. See, that's fine on the wire. Okay. Okay, I got it. It's gonna be finicky on me, I think, for the rest of its life. So I needed this tech. Yes? Yes. Nope, now it's gone back. Alright. Alright, there. Just behind my back, sure. These headphones do have Bluetooth. So if all else fails, I can actually just connect these via Bluetooth. If the wired connection fails. But then I have to make sure that these are charged all the time, which is a different wire, and the wire's on the other side, I think? Yeah. Gosh. So there's this ELB supply depot full cargo circuit condition go. Here. And then the other one. Ta-da! We're done with that. Huzzah! That's 5 per second, or 2.5 per second of each of these boards. Yay! Yay! We did the thing, and it was glorious. Okay. So, folks said you wanted to do the cobalt steel and stuff next, so we will do that. Tick that off. Cobalt steel, I could go into logistics science immediately. I am going to hold off on it a little bit, though, until after modules, I guess. I'm going to take this tech, though. We're going to head to the mall. Set up a couple of those seed extractors at the mall and throw the gardens in that I should have in storage. I believe I've picked up enough things. We only need 50 total plant life samples to unlock this tech anyway. Alright, let's see. Seed extractors. What tab is that, you? Bring me those. And then I have to find the stuff. Gardens. There's 7 swamp gardens, 7 temperate, and 10 of those. Oh, hey, more. More things. More things. All of the gardens. All of them. Oh. You can just make all the things, apparently. Yeah, sure. Temperate, swamp, desert. Do I even have desert? No. Oh, that's temperate trees. That's swamp trees. Are you able to do your things? Yes. 1 whole %. There. Where are my provider chests? Why am I not requesting provider chests? What? Huh. That's weird. Why was I not requesting active provider chests? Hmm. There we go. So there's that. It'll happen eventually. But I don't need any more of these thingies. I only need this one tech. As far as I can see. As far as I can see, I only need this hatchery tech. For progression purposes. To get into the modules. And such. That's it. To get Crystal Shard Processing 1 here. If I don't need to do anything else, I'm not gonna do anything else. Because I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. Like, I am just fine. I am perfectly okay with spending iron to make wood. Like that, I don't care about the farming or any of that. I don't see the point to any of the other unrelated stuff. Now, I may need this stuff, but that's not seed stuff. That's not that tech. Like Puffer, Refugium, and all of this stuff here that hatcheries unlock. I don't need this plant life sample anymore after this. Like, the only time I need it is for the Arboretum stuff, so I don't see it. I don't see the need. And I have to use puffer eggs going forward and stuff like that, not the, gardens. Not the gardens. Biter Refugium. Sure, I'll take these techs. Hello! Bacon the second level. Of course they use crystal shards. Of course the beacons use the crystal shards now. Oh hey, once I do titanium processing, I can make these. And once we get through those harmonic crystals, I could make these. I would just need the, utility science, which... Utility science, laughably, we could make as soon as I make lithium-ion batteries. And do the titanium processing. Like, I can just do the nitride on demand, wherever I need it, out of ingots. It's just these getting into the lithium cobalt oxide and the lithium perchlorate. Which, this is part of the actual cobalt ingot chain. This is the processing from pellets. I have a blueprint somewhere for that. Yeah, this is the blueprint for that. We're going to make a copy of this in here, and we are going to modify this a bit. Because this is actually just the ingot step. This is literally exactly what I would be building going forward here, just without direct insertion. This is a direct insertion build. So I need an upgrade planner that will convert those purples/greens down to what tier I currently have. That's right, it probably messes up the ratios, though. Might want to keep that in my back pocket for later. Okay, cobalt. Cobalt steel, really, but cobalt ingot. Excuse me. Shh, fine. Be that way, game. Cobalt ingot from oxide. Cobalt oxide from hydroxide, the level 3. We will need that, that, that. And we will need this stuff. Which is... Ugh. 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 Crushed stone plus hydrogen chloride to make 3. Or limestone ammonium chloride, making calcium chloride, ammonia, and pure water. This would be made out of ammonia and hydrogen chloride. What is the ratio? 50, 50, 100. And then on this recipe, 20, 40. So 20 ammonium chloride, producing 40 ammonia gas. Isn't that a loop? Like, what? Doesn't this make more ammonia than it... Huh? This makes more ammonia than it uses. That's weird. Yeah, this makes significantly more ammonia than it actually uses. And you need the hydrogen chloride gas, which I have. I don't have the ammonia provided, the initial starting ammonia provided. So this is potentially easier to use this recipe. I don't really know why this recipe exists. Let's be completely honest, I don't know why this exists when there is this recipe out of crushed stone. So, it uses the exact same amount of hydrogen chloride. See, it's 75 and 75 down here from the ammonium chloride gas process. Like, the only reason I can think about this thing, like, that I can think of with this existing is that it consumes limestone as a means of consuming excess limestone, as well as producing excess ammonia. Maybe that's the point, is that it produces ammonia and it is a consumer of limestone for you from other processes that have limestone as a byproduct. I don't see myself doing this because, well, two. Getting crushed stone, though, that's the icky part. That's the icky part. I need 7.5 of my slag for that. I'm a little bit backed up with slag. I think I've got like over 63,000 units of slag out of this behemoth. So I think I'm okay. I've had drop frames. Oh noes. I've had 2,000 drop frames. Just come on, and come on, cable. Why are you being bad today? There we go. Better. Better. So there's the initial plan to get into the ingots. The cobalt steel is just cobalt ingots and steel ingots. And whatever else. So this will be the idea going forward. We're doing this. We have to bring in slag and hydrogen chloride and cobalt and sulfuric acid. And we need to provide some cobalt oxide, clearly. Because cobalt oxide, excuse me. Cobalt oxide also gets used in this stuff and this stuff. This stuff to make the batteries for utility science. This stuff makes what? Oh, you know, just RTGs. Just RTGs! A very important item to finish the game with. Yeah, just a very important item for making extremely powerful robots, as well as whatever this thing does. Character frames. Sure. Building a better character. And of course, satellites. Which need 10? Hold up, we're making one satellite? In what universe is it even remotely acceptable that you would put 10 RTGs on a satellite? Like, who does that? Who puts 10 RTGs on one satellite? No sense was made on this day. No logical sense was made on this day. And why would you need 5 radars? By the way, just to be a little bit anal, radar this is not how you actually capitalize radar. Radar is a semi-acronym, I think. Right, radar, like this should be capitalized, like the whole thing. Radar is a technology, more so than a actual building. I think the RA is one word, like range something, whatever. I don't know. My alarm has gone off to say that it has been an hour and a half since I have taken a break, or since we started the stream today. I've got stuff here that can output to labs at my convenience. We have a plan for getting into Cobalt. It is time to get up, stretch the legs, do the wonderful stuff that nature makes us do on occasion. And I will be back in a few minutes where we will get this hatchery tech done, which is the only necessary thing that we need to take that uses this specific seed science, is what I'll call it. And then we'll work on Cobalt from there on. I will be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. We have slightly more dropped frames now, 2,183 dropped frames. And it appears, despite being on, quote-unquote, low latency, we are not, in fact, particularly low latency. There is at least a 20-second delay between my saying something and it happening on the screen. In fact, my preview is behind and autoed to like 240p for some reason. Sure. I guess my download's not having a good time right about now. Now it's autoed to 360p. Yay! It's better. Anyway, so I was away in like an extra minute or so because, yeah. My day yesterday was interesting, and it's going to be interesting going forward. So my mother won auctions for these grab bags of costume jewelry from Goodwill. They're these random assortment, just by weight bags of costume jewelry. Supposedly costume jewelry. And the thing about that is, because they're these big groups of just stuff, all tangled together, bunches of chains all tangled together, groups of rings and bracelets and necklaces all bunched up into this conglomerate of things, even though they are theoretically picked through before being packaged and sold to pull out anything that might be real, things do slip through the cracks. So what we've been doing as she's been sorting through a lot of this costume jewelry is picking out the things that we think might actually be genuine sterling silver or gold. And there have been some things that, with my eyes, I have been able to see that have actually been stamped with purity indicators on them, indicating that they are, in fact, gold/silver to varying degrees. Just a little bit of stuff. Maybe it's stuff that's actually worth the cost of the entire bags that she got, you know? Maybe. But yeah, that's what we're doing, is we're sort of going through these things and trying to, like, magnifying glass for any indicators of if these things are real or not. some things are broken and might actually be missing the piece that would have the purity indicator on it. So we just don't know on some of it. We've set the ones we don't know about aside. We've set the ones we definitely know about aside separately. And there's just so much stuff. She got like, I don't know how many bags and bags and bags of these sets of jewelry, costume jewelry, like big, 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 big bags full of this stuff. And it's a little tedious going through all of it. And I'm the one with the eyes in this house, the good eyes, he says with glasses. But I have extremely acute near vision. I am nearsighted to about there. You know, like right there. That's about as much as I got for clear vision. But within that range of clear vision, it's extremely good vision. It is extremely good. And every time I go to the optometrist to try and get a new prescription for lenses, I have to say my eyes can actually go to 2015 if I have the right prescription. Like, please don't stop at 2020. I'm actually used to having 2015. I need you to keep giving me better and better, stronger prescription until you get me to 2015, because I know I can at least do that with my eyes. At least 2015, if not better than that. I don't think that where I go to, I can do better than that, because they don't actually have the they don't actually have the letters that go even smaller at that distance to try to make it even more acute. But I would absolutely do it if I could. I would try to get as sharp as vision as possible. Because when I get my lenses, the issue isn't that so at the very, very fine level with my vision with the lenses, it ends up being more that the edges of the characters get this glow around them. I call it a glow, because that's what it looks like to me. And I think it's just the lens itself, a function of the lens itself, and just looking through glass, and it's just light scattering around the edges. And it's like, if only we could just filter that out, it would be perfect. It would be perfect, and my eyes would be able to see so much more detail, and I'd be able to discern so much better at that smaller scale. Anyway, enough about that. We are heading out, and this is so frustrating that I'm having issues with this cord. Nope, it's only doing it at the right side, not the left. Nope, still. I don't know if it's the cord itself or if it's the, the cord itself. Or if it's the connection on the actual headphones. Nope, now I only got right side. That's... Alright, so right there, twisting this thing. And then I let go and it's... I need a Bluetooth receiver for my desktop. Okay, there we go. Now I'm good for now. Until I move and it messes up again. I need to go here. So they've added all these sound effects into the game lately, and yet there's no sound effect for opening your inventory or the blueprint screen. Again, I've lost the left side. Oh well. I guess I have to deal with only being able to hear things out my right side of my face. Give tech! Now! NAOW. And then cobalt. We're gonna be doing this all the way over here. Why, you know, able to do things? Because you go there. That's why. Off we go. Yep, no, I can only hear out this side. That's extremely frustrating. And it's either the connection itself or the cable. I think it's the connection, which sucks. I can try another cable. I think I've got another cable somewhere, but we'll have to do that after the stream. Actually, do this whole thing, please. Thanks. Destroy all of the trees. Oh, hey, look, a garden. Thank you so much for stuff. Maybe. Blue. Huzzah! Get that train a-moving. Okay, we're making cobalt ingots as well as providing cobalt oxide, so... Cobalt? Cobalt. D. Cobalt oxide 1. Cobalt oxide 1. Alright. This factory will need what? What shall it need? You know, in the meantime, I'm going to take this cable here, and I'm going to start charging this. Cable. Duh. Bah. Ta-da! Double the cable, double the fun. Now to get it actually doing. I'd like to be able to hear out the left side, please. Screw it. Screw it. This is just dying. I really don't want to have to replace these headphones. I really don't want to have to replace these headphones. These are very expensive headphones. Please don't let me have to replace these headphones. Ugh. Anyone want to replace my headphones for me? Anyone? Anyone? Oh wow, that went through all those texts really fast. Well, that was quick. There we go. More tech. All of the tech. Glorious tech. And when I say these headphones are expensive, I mean they're expensive. They're Bose headphones. Bose Quiet Comfort Series 2, something like that. Noise canceling wireless headphones. Wireless headphones. I need new cups on these though. My material is degrading. We're degrading. And this is actually a different set of pads. I've already replaced the pads once. This would be the second time I would be replacing the pads if I just replaced the pads. I didn't actually bring any of the buildings, did I? No. Of course I didn't. Why would I have brought the buildings with me? In this. Why would I have done such a thing? You know, I need the ore processors, I need the pellet presses, I need the chemical furnaces. Do I have the blast furnaces? Probably not. Interesting though, because that... Oh, I can make that. Oh, I can make that. I should make that, and adjust these accordingly. Off we go, back to the mall. Pick up stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get level quote-unquote 3. Tech 3, or however you want to call it. It's the pellet press 2 and ore processor 3. That we need. Oh no, it's more drop frames. 35, 37 now. Still, I'll take it. It's not a ton, by comparison, to other streams that I've had in the past. If we suddenly jump up to like 20 grand, then I'll have to bring things down and lower my bitrate and all that good stuff. But we shall see. We have another hour and 9 minutes left of the stream today. Oh my goodness. Get rid of things. Get rid of things. That would be useful. Thanks. Rid me of these stupidities. Yeah, so I do need to make... that. And I need to make that. And there we go! Stuff. Things. They are on their way. And that means that you can shift to that and be the default, and that and be the default. 4, 4, 7, 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, I think I've got the... I don't have the crushers either. I'm a little bit too used to having the crushers on me. I spent a long time with crushers in my inventory. One of these days I'm going to remember to actually place mining drills. Speaking of which, by this point, I can probably make... Oh, I can't because I don't have cobalt steel. Hey, hey! And once I have titanium, I can go all the way up to 4. Yeah, cobalt steel will give me mining drill 3, and then titanium would give me mining drill 4. And tungsten carbide plus nitinol would give me mining drill 5. Now, nitinol is a combination of nickel and titanium ingots. Yes, I have to bring those boards to the mall at some point. I don't need them now. I've got nothing that is requesting them yet. Once I have the requests for like in here, once I'm actually making stuff that uses the green circuits and the blue circuits is when I will bring in the green circuits and the blue circuits. I will need to upgrade my power at some point soon-ish. I don't think I have the ability to make the multi-purpose yet furnaces. Tungsten and Invar. Unfortunate. The blue assembly machines I can just make. Aha. And then once I get titanium, I can just make the top, or the level 4 purple tiers. Cool. Make me some of those, and then replace that request with the blues. I have no more need for such things. There you go. Hey, hey! So we should have those, right? In my inventory right now? Yep. Okay. We're good. They made them quickly. I don't need assembling machines at the moment. Would be good to have some in the inventory, though. Just, whoops. Yeah, there you go. What I meant to do was throw some of that in there, and then steal and throw some of that in there. Hey, blues. Crafting speed of 2, as opposed to 1.25. Phew. Big boosts. Big, beautiful boosts to stuff and things. Huzzah. It's going to take a while to get a stack of 50 of those, so let's be off. Why did you stop at 92%? Probably you need chemical science packs. All the way over here. I and pin. Alrighty then. Ah, right, this... This needs carbon as the fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inputs, one of which is... 2 of which are fluid. Alright. So I need 1 more solid and then 2 fluid inputs. There we go. Place the thing. There you go. delete, delete, delete. Fluid inputs. That is you. Ta-da! Am I building on that side? Yes, I am. Alright, you are requesting hydrogen chloride at cobalt ingots 1. Request sulfuric acid at cobalt ingots 1. Request carbon. Request carbon at the cobalt ingots 1. Did I say cobalt ingots on all these? Yes, yes, yes. Request the slag at cobalt ingots 1 and request cobalt ore at cobalt ingots 1. Supply cobalt ingots 1. Ooh, that gets... So, cobalt ingots. Let's have a look at what they end up being used for in the grand scheme of things. Does cobalt powder get used for anything of any importance whatsoever? No, because it's going to be so much easier to use the nickel to get into the powder when doing tungsten plates. So much easier to get into the powder mixture with nickel rather than with cobalt, so we're not going to be doing that at all. We have no need to do cobalt plates because there's nothing that uses cobalt plates in this game, right, in this current set of mods. The cobalt steel will be the primary thing that we do, and there's only one recipe for cobalt steel. Steel has many options to improve its output. Chrome is not really an option. The cobalt and nickel is an option, but extremely expensive. Manganese, not so much an option. Steel and silicon, probably the better option. But of the stuff that gives 360, oh, that hurts so much. But, oh, that also hurts so much, because chrome, you can't individually ore sort chrome. You can't really do individual sorting for chrome, and getting ferrous crystals is a little bit painful, shall we say. If we had solid item voiding in Angels, I would probably say to always do the sorting of the crystals and crushed and chunks and any of that. If we had solid voiding. We do not have solid voiding in Angels. We have fluid voiding. We do not have solid voiding. And it is unfortunate that Angels, by default, does not have a way of individual ore sorting for chrome or manganese. Mad Clowns mods for Angels adds individual ore sorting for chrome and manganese. And it adds magnesium. So these things that are quote-unquote missing get added through other mods, specifically through Mad Clowns. Iron needing... not chrome, I'm looking at cobalt. Iron needing cobalt, I just have to laugh about that, even though it is the best. Like, hey, let's spend the same stuff as steel, except instead of steel, it's iron ingots here. Cobalt and nickel ingots are needed for cobalt steel and are needed for Invar. Cobalt steel and Invar, that is what uses those things. It is not going to be worth this 360 molten by spending those ingots here. It is potentially worth it on the silicon. It is potentially worth it on the manganese if you end up with manganese somehow. Somehow. Say you make this ferrous mixture with crushed ferrous mixture. This would be potentially worth doing, because here you've got a recipe that directly improves your output of iron. Assuming you can do 1-to-1 manganese and iron ingot output, that gives you just more stuff inherently. The issue is, actually getting this ferrous mixture, this crushed ferrous mixture. Like, oh god, this crushed ferrous mixture is just it's 3 crushed things into this, all to get manganese. All to get manganese that you are using in iron, the molten iron. That would be a thing. Alright. So, from here, let's continue. Our cobalt ore, let's get that cobalt ore in, and let's continue with our build. With all of that being said. Whoops. Cobalt ore. You, slag. Slag lives here. Alt mode should be on. Carbon is here. Let's get carbon in. Let's get our sulfuric acid in. Stuff. It's actually this page. Sulfuric. There you go. And hydrogen chloride gas. That guy. Oh hey, we've got techs. Techs have happened. Joy. Bliss. Gloriousness. Shall I get mining speed? We already have really good mining speed, but hey, we can take 5 levels more mining speed. We could also take reach. Reach upgrades. Reach is nice. I like reach. I like being able to grab stuff from a distance. Slayman, I've done that. I have done that exact thing. I have crushed... I have the crushed stuff provided on my network. I have the ores. I have the crushed versions of stuff. Crushed sapphirite, crushed gibbelite, crushed stereotype, crushed cretinium, rubite, botmonium. I've got the chunks. I've got the chunks here. And I've got the crystals thus far. Right in here. Right in here. I've got all of it provided. It's not that I can't do that. In fact, I've basically convinced myself to do that crushed ferrous just now. That crushed ferrous sorting to make iron through the manganese and iron recipe. I've basically convinced myself of that at this point, because that just seems like an actual relatively easy thing that I can do. Relatively easy. Yes, it's a great step. It is a great step up in efficiency. As long as you are making iron plates out of it, or molten iron out of it, or as long as you're using that manganese, like, right? As long as you are using that manganese ingot to either make steel, which you don't get an exact 1-to-1 on the iron ingots, though. So, because you're getting 1-to-1 on the ore and manganese, right? So it's really, really good on this. Not so good if you're using the manganese for other stuff. Not so good if you're using that manganese for other stuff. Things like the titanium, I can do nickel titanium, which is the same recipe as Invar. Not Invar, nitinol. It's like, oh, this is the nitinol recipe, except we're getting more titanium instead of nitinol. Ah, success. This is ultimately probably going to be the titanium thing that I do. But I am doing individual ore sorting for iron. I am doing individual ore sorting for iron, and the molten iron recipes that exist, I feel that these recipes are too expensive for the stuff that you get out of them. And silicon is also a relatively expensive item when it's used to make the circuits and such, as well as glass-related stuff. So this was very tempting for me for the iron itself, making of molten iron. So this would be a separate build. This would be a separate factory than what I currently have to get more iron plates when I do need iron plates. Thing is, I don't right now. I don't think or do I? Do I? Do I need iron plates still? Yes. Yes, I do. I need as many iron plates as I can possibly get. Therefore, yeah, it would be good to do that factory that is sorting for the ferrous, the crushed ferrous stuff, and getting iron ore plus manganese, and doing all of the steps for the iron and manganese pellet pressed processing to get the 1-to-1 ratio iron ingots, manganese ingots that processes into the increased amount of molten that then gets cast through coolant processing into iron sheet coils that can then be productivity increased on the uncoiling. Haha. Maximum efficiency. The most maximum of maximum efficiency right there. And something I've never done before. That's always a good thing. My game is hitching. For some reason. Don't know why I just don't copy-paste, but whatever. Alrighty then, let's take care of deleting all that. Yeah, like, I'm hitching for some reason. We've got some stuff going on here. Oh boy. Stuff things. Let's start with the crushing. Crush! We need to crush things. We'll start this up here. Make me stuff. Get this up this way. Next, I need the chem plants. I can put these next to each other, right? Alright, here. Come on down, pipe. So by doing that iron plus manganese into... or that ferrous crushed process to get into the iron plates, then I could have the purest of the pure ore sorting iron get exclusively used to make my steel. There's another thing that can happen. I will then have inherently more iron available for steel, which means I could theoretically adjust the build that I have making iron ingots and make sure that it always is being used to make steel. Steel sheet coils that get uncoiled with productivity modules. Huzzah. Yeah, something's going on with my performance right now. I don't really know what... you. Task manager, the taskiest of task managers. What is going on? I don't know. Nothing's at 100%. Nothing's at... like, GPU's fine. It's at 10.5 out of 11 gigs of VRAM. Memory's at 17.3 of 31.8 gigs usage. CPU's at 42% across all cores. All 16 cores. Just odd. What is Origin doing? Origin's doing something with CPU. That needs to die. Hello. You there. Hey, Origin. Die. Like, what are you doing? Just get off of existing right now. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you seem to be impacting things somewhat. Leave it to Origin to be doing naughty things. Alright, let's get the actual ore processing, because now we can just go and do the stuff. You there. As long as we maintain the colors, it's all 1-to-1. Thing is, eventually, it won't be 1-to-1, because, there's no quote-unquote green tier, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong. There is a pellet press 4, maybe? Yeah, there is a pellet press 4, and there is an ore processor 4. But the ore processor 4 is a purple tier compared to the green tier pellet press 4. So it's not going to be 1-to-1 anymore. So really, I don't think I ever want to progress my pellet press past pellet press 3 so I can maintain this 1-to-1 ratio. Hello, game stuff. Cobalt. Cobalt. It becomes a... I don't even know. I don't even know the ratio anymore. Oh, it's actually not quite as it is a 1-to-1. 3.75, 3.34. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Pretty sure this still works. It's just a little odd. A little odd. Because I think these do produce more stuff. This produces 4 per second. This consumes 2 point... Or this produces 2 and consumes 2.25. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I need liquefiers. The liquiest of liquefiers. 7 whole liquefiers. You're making cobalt hydroxide. Cobalt hydroxide. Note it's the cobalt oxide that I will need. Because I don't think this stuff is used in anything else besides making oxide. And it's oxide that I'll need for the other thingies here. Sodium cobaltate is for the RTGs, lithium cobalt oxide for the lithium ion batteries, and then cobalt ingots for the cobalt steel ingots, primarily. Whoops, wrong direction. There you go. Oh my god, that's throughput. Hi. Hello, throughput. Hello, throughput of stuff. Yeah. Hello, throughput. Nice to see ya. Go, go, go. Enjoy. Enjoy your sulfuric acid. Chemical furnaces. Let's go. Where are you? There you are. Keep things in alignment. 4. Let's do this. Now we need to bring in these. And unfortunately, since we have to deal with 30 items per second as well as 7.5, that doesn't work out so well for individual lanes of stuff. So we have to do 2 thingies. 2 belt lines of input. There we go. Would probably help if I had belt for input of ore. And actually belted that up. There we go. There's your ore in. What's the throughput out? 30, of course. Second verse is same as the first. where we are going to bring in our doohickeys. Carbon. And these things here for the 3 whole beautiful blast furnaces. And there we go. These will be producing the cobalt ingots. Up to 30. And I need to split and provide onto the train station that I haven't built yet. Onto the train station I have now built. Would help if it actually had the, you know, station. Hello, train station? Standard station? There you go. Ta-da! Just add power and output belt. And inserters, and all that good stuff. Hello. Da 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 da. And. So this one's gonna go up and over. Come on, rotate. And this one's gonna go down and over. Maybe not that low. Maybe not that low. Let's go here. I have to say, the 1.1 belt building mechanics now feel a lot better than previously. Because now we can do stuff like this. We couldn't used to do... that was impossible before. That was impossible before. Now we can do something like that. And actually ghost build over existent belt with undergrounds and with splitters. See? Couldn't do that before. That was not allowed. It was illegal. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Dolly. Meow. I hear Dolly. We haven't had kittens today. Oh boy. Kitten! Where's my kitten? She's on the chair behind the green screen. I just heard her clawing up it. Where's my Dolly? Dolly? Excuse me, Dolly? Where did she go? Dolly? She has disappeared. She disappeared on me. I don't know where she went. She's gone. Vanished into thin air. Something must have caught her attention somewhere else. Alright, let's get this actually powered up. Oh, I hear running. I hear kittens running. Kittens? Wherefore art thou? Kittens. Dolly. Ollie. Where are those babies? I don't know, they may come, they may not. Excellent stuff! Things! Glorious, beautiful ingots! They have arrived! Excellent, excellent job. Let's get trains. So, you know how we spent all this time building all of this? Yeah, all of that will change once I have modules. And beacons. What is this awesome guy 9001? Where is that? I need to change it to something else. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Cobalt oxide. Oh, that I didn't name this station. This station. Really? S cobalt oxide 1. Cobalt oxide. Supply depot. Full list of full cargo and circuit. Condition. Go and do your magical thing. Yes, you're going to be limited to 2. You're going to take fuel. Supply, a depot, a full cargo, and circuit condition, and go. So I was having this conversation about cobalt ingots and whether or not I would actually use them for anything else, and besides cobalt steel, because what's the point of providing cobalt ingots if I'm only ever going to be using them to make cobalt steel, right? Yeah. I'll have the option, okay? That's, I guess, what I'll say. I'll have the option, because cobalt, I don't see the use for that when I can use nickel instead, and there's really no cobalt plate stuff that exists. There's no manganese stuff that exists besides alloys to make more of specific types of ingots, or not ingots, but molten, more molten stuff. The chrome is the same way, that you don't need chrome plates, you don't need manganese plates for anything, they just don't get used for anything. In fact, while the item exists, the recipe doesn't on the manganese plates. So I was like, huh. And the sheet coils exist, but there's no way to make them. No recipes, because there's just nothing that uses them right now. Absolutely nothing that uses them. So, that is that part of it. I need another station. Hello! I am doing semi-okay. Semi-okay. There's a problem with my connection on my headphones. That's annoying me greatly. I'll probably have to switch to using these headphones in Bluetooth mode on my computer from here on out, because it seems like I'm losing the left speaker off of the hardline connection. I think it's the connection itself and not the wire. I think it's the connection, not the wire. So these are Bluetooth headphones. These are Bose Bluetooth headphones. Quiet Comfort Series 2. So they're not exactly cheap. I've had them for like a couple of years. Pretty sure this is the longest I've used any one set of headphones ever. So at least there's that. Yeah, so it's just annoying because then I don't really get anything out of this left side anymore. And they're not exactly cheap to replace either. But I don't know if I would... If I were to get a new set of headphones, I don't know if I would replace them with the same exact thing as what I currently have here. Because these are still good headphones in wireless mode. I could still use them for wireless mode for, like, my phone. And they have the noise cancellation and all that. But, yeah, I don't know if I would probably look for something cheaper to use just for my computer. I mean, I say that. I've got other headphones. If I really just want to use something else, I've got other headphones. Am I going to do more Satisfactory? I mean, I've been streaming Satisfactory on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to be continuing to stream Satisfactory on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I streamed it yesterday. I'm streaming it tomorrow. And I'm streaming it Friday. Now, next week, I won't be streaming it that Friday. Because that's Christmas. And then I won't be streaming it the following Friday, which is New Year's. I think. Maybe. I think I'll stream on New Year's. It depends on what our plans are, because, you know, we're not necessarily going to be going out to eat. I have to think about what we're going to do on my birthday as well. I haven't decided. I haven't decided what we're going to do on my birthday, because usually what we do is dinner and a movie. Probably not such a good idea in 2020. Hello! Dolly's here! Hello! You finally arrived! You finally arrived! Oh, she's squirmy. Yeah, you're squirmy. You want to get going. You're complaining. You don't want me to hold you up like that. Yes, you're good. She wants to explore. She wants to explore the window. It's window time for the kitty. I just heard Ollie. I just heard the Ollie. Where's my Ollie? Where's my Ollie? He's at the door. He's at the door. Where's Ollie? I see an Ollie. Where's Ollie? Come on. Come on, Ollie. Yeah. I hear those bells. I hear the bells. If you hear the bells, that's Ollie. The Ollie is here. Yes, I know. You're scratching me. Have I ever played whatever that is? FS? What is FS? I don't know what you're referring to. I do not know an FS. What is FS? I don't know. Hey, Ollie, clawing me. Farming Simulator. No, I have not played it. Epic Game Store gave one of the versions out a while back, so I technically own a version of Farming Simulator. I have not played it. Ever. I forget which version they gave out. 2018? I think. What was it? What was ta version? Ta version of Ta Farming Simulator. Epic Game Store. Come on. Load up. Hello. Yes, I know. Thank you. Cyberpunk is a thing. Epic. 19. They gave out Farming Sim 19. So I own that. I haven't played it. 19 is most recent. Wow, they actually gave out the most recent of the games? Sheesh. Jeez. gosh, there's so many things that I've gotten through the Epic Game Store for free that I either already owned on Steam or just haven't played. Just haven't felt like playing. Yeah, there's so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, this list is so long. How many things have they given out for free from the beginning? Like this list just scrolls for days. So Cobalt Steel is what we're trying to get into. Cobalt Steel plates. Interesting that there's only the one plate recipe as well. And there's not, like, sheet coil of it. Hello. Hello, Ollie. How's the Ollie? He's a grooming. He's a groomer. He's making himself pretty. Super pretty. My gray boy. Alright, let's get the recipe there in and be like, I don't know, 5. 15. Hmm. That actually doesn't use all that much cobalt. I find that most interesting. Is that exactly 8? No, that's 7.5, and that's 0.84. So really, I would end up with, what, 22.5 to get a... No. 20. 20. 9... What? Alright, whatever. It's gonna be 1 into 9. Pretty sure as the exact ratio. I need to actually get those things, though. Hey, buddy, give me my induction furnace and casting machines next time I'm at the mall. Supply cobalt steel 1. Are steel ingots at cobalt steel 1 and request cobalt ingots at cobalt steel 1. I need to actually define the cobalt oxide and the cobalt ingots. Yeah, the only good thing about the Epic Game Store is they give you stuff for free. And I have spent $0 in the Epic Game Store. At this point, I don't think I've even bought anything on the Epic Store from Humble Bundle either. I don't think I have anyway. I could be wrong about that. Speaking of which, Satisfactory is available through the Humble Store now. Has been for a little while. I was like, one of my main reasons for not wanting to support Epic Game Store for a long time was the only game that was on there that was exclusive to the platform that I actually wanted to play was Satisfactory, and it disappointed me because a whole bunch of Epic Game Store games were available on the Humble Store. It would give you, like, it would hook up with your Epic account and unlock the game through the Epic launcher, but not Satisfactory. But not Satisfactory. Like, that was notably missing from the things. Maybe because it was early access, it took a while longer to get on Humble, but it's like, excuse me, but why? But why, though? And that was the only thing I'd wanted. And now I have Satisfactory on Steam. And they released it on Steam. And it's like, well, there goes that whole concept of getting a Epic version through Humble. Hello, Dolly. Hello, my baby. No, you're not gonna go. You're gonna say hello. The baby. My baby, Dolly. You wanna go? You wanna go? Alright, fine. She wants to leave. You're saying the Steam version is better? Well, alrighty then. Good to know. Loads faster. Jeez. Well, I know on the Steam version, I'm guessing they did it onto the Epic version as well, but you can like link both platforms together, the Steam and the Epic versions, so that you could actually do multiplayer between platforms. At least I think that's what that's for. And I have linked my Epic and Steam stuff in Satisfactory, because that was another one of those things that delayed the release on Steam of Satisfactory, was it not? Was because they wanted to put in this solution for folks who own the game on Epic versus on Steam, and being able to play together, the crossplay between each other. They needed a way to have that functionality as part of the game. It was actually relatively easy to do that, because you are hosting the game, right? It's the player hosted service, not some server somewhere else. So if I want my streamed playthrough, if I want people to come in and play on my streamed playthrough, I can do that at any time, at any point. I think they would need the mod that I'm using, though. I'm using the smart mod now on that playthrough. So I'm here, I've got my requests in, they've sent me my stuff, I can get rid of some of this trash from my inventory. I mean, it's just APIs, so that's all it really is. It's just connecting via API, authentication, linking the accounts together. It's not like the actual server infrastructure is Epic or Steam for Satisfactory. It's players. And I don't think Steam explicitly disallows such a thing either by default. I mean, yeah, sure, they made sure before they signed any agreements with Steam that they could do that, but I don't think it was a particularly big deal in the grand scheme of things. If a big deal was made about it, I think that was more marketing than anything else. Like, I don't see how there would have been a problem. I would have expected more of a problem on the Epic side to connect to Steam, but I think they also had their own little API thing where they could connect anyway, do that. I don't know. Technology, licenses, stuff, things. It can get complicated and fast. Yeah, there's stuff on Steam that needs, like, that hooks up to Origin and that hooks up to Uplay services in order to actually run, right? So there's all of that too. What I don't know about, though, is... So, I own Sims 4 through Origin. I can't then, like, buy expansion packs on sale on Steam without having the base game on Steam. Like, that would have been nice, right? That would have been nice to be able to do, but I don't think you can actually do that. If it goes through Origin anyway, it would be nice to, like, be able to, if there's a good sale on Steam, not Origin, to just get, like, an expansion for Sims 4 through Steam and have it unlock on Origin. But no, I don't think that's how that really works. Sadly. Alright. I went to the wrong spot, I think. Yeah, I need to go up top. Don't die. I need to go here. I was autopiloting, literally and figuratively. I have no more coffee. I'm sad. How much water do I have? Not much. Okay. We have arrived. And we have things to do. Building on this side's gonna be painful, so how about we build on the other side? That sounds like a plan to me. Also, share these belts, please. Hello, thing. Off we go. So this would be 1 into, like, 9 on the doohickeys. Induction furnace, wherefore art thou? There you are. Hello, induction furnace, the most inductiest of induction furnaces. Give me cobalt steel. Molten. Thank you kindly. It can make 180 per second of stuffs. Do I drink? Or am I coffee total? Whatever. I mean, I drink coffee on screen. That's all I drink. I don't really drink, if you're referring to alcohol. No, I don't tend to. Occasionally, but not on the regular. And definitely not on stream. Definitely not on stream. Getting into drinking alcohol is not something I ever plan on doing on a regular basis. For one very obvious reason. Yeah, general is not going to happen because I have seen firsthand. I have seen firsthand the effects of alcohol on what it does to the body in the grand scheme. That is how my father passed away. He had cirrhosis of the liver. It wasn't just the alcohol, but it didn't help either. It was a very crazy mix of several things that led to his cirrhosis and eventual passing after 5 years of living with it. So yeah, let's just say I am not inclined to have the same thing happen to me. Ever. And that's where I will leave that for now. Where do I have these casting? I have a... Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.